The evening fog thickened, clinging to the small suburban neighborhood like a suffocating shroud. Ellie, a curious 12-year-old, was home alone for the first time. Her parents had reluctantly agreed to a night out, leaving her with stern instructions. Lock all the doors and don't answer for anyone. She sat in the living room, surrounded by the comfort of glowing candles and the hum of a late-night sitcom. The TV screen flickered, the laughter of the show's audience an eerie backdrop to the silence outside. Ellie's gaze wandered to the window. The fog outside was alive, swirling as if it had a pulse. She shivered, pulling her blanket closer, and tried to focus on the television. Knock. Knock. The sound echoed from the front door. Ellie froze. Her parents' warning rang in her ears, but curiosity tugged harder. She crept to the door, standing on her tiptoes to peer through the peephole. No one was there, just the thick, impenetrable fog. "Hello?" she called hesitantly, her voice barely audible. Silence. Then, knock, knock. This time it came from the back door. Heart pounding, Ellie spun around. Her bare feet barely made a sound as she tiptoed to the kitchen. She flicked on the light, her reflection in the window startling her. No one was outside. She locked the back door, her fingers trembling as she fumbled with the bolt. She tried to reassure herself. It's just my imagination. The fog makes everything weird. But when she turned back toward the living room, every candle had gone out. Darkness enveloped the house, save for the flickering TV. She grabbed her phone, dialing her mum. The line crackled. "Mom, there's someone." "Ellie." Her mother's voice was urgent. "Listen to me. Do not open the door. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, you stay inside." "What's going on?" Her mother's voice was drowned out by static. Then came the words Ellie couldn't bear to hear. "They're already inside." The call disconnected. Ellie whipped around. The living room was empty, but the air felt wrong, heavy, oppressive. Slowly, she backed away toward the stairs. Then she heard it. A faint, wet sound. Drip, drip, drip. Her bare foot landed in something cold. She looked down to see a dark, viscous liquid pooling from under the couch. Her stomach churned as a faint metallic smell filled the air. Suddenly, the TV flickered off. The house plunged into absolute silence. A shadow moved in the fog outside, blotting out the faint glow from the street lamp. Ellie's breath hitched. The shadow was massive, too tall, too wide to be human. A face pressed against the glass, its features distorted by the fog. 2 black eyes and a gaping mouth smiling. "Ellie," it whispered, the voice impossibly close, though the figure was outside. She stumbled backward, her foot catching on the edge of the rug. She fell hard, her phone clattering across the floor. The figure was gone, but the knock came again. This time it was at the window by the stairs. Ellie scrambled to her feet, running up the stairs 2 at a time. She slammed the door to her bedroom, locking it and shoving a chair under the knob. Her phone buzzed. A text. It was from her mom. "We're home. Open the door." Ellie's blood turned to ice. She knew that wasn't her mom. The knock came again, louder, harder. The door downstairs creaked, then crashed open. Heavy footsteps pounded against the floorboards. Ellie pressed herself against the wall, clutching a pair of scissors she'd grabbed from her desk. The footsteps paused just outside her door. "Ellie," the voice crooned. It wasn't her mother's voice. It wasn't human at all. "You forgot to lock the window." Her eyes darted to the window across the room. The latch dangled open. The fog poured in, and with it the figure, tall, skeletal, and grinning with teeth that didn't belong in this world. Ellie screamed, the sound swallowed by the fog. The next morning the fog lifted, revealing a silent, empty house. The only trace of Ellie was a single dark handprint smeared across the living room window, and the faintest sound of laughter echoing in the fog.